Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, the exalted one, the fully enlightened one. So dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to be very clear with the technique we practice here. Because your understanding regarding your own practice by the time going to become your teacher. So when you do practice and at the same time you have to look into yourself and see that whatever the techniques or the meditation you practice and your understanding about it cannot be kind of like same, and you have to gain information, look around and see many other explanations, and you have to become more clear and brush up within yourself. So that is very necessary when it comes to our day-to-day life. Because the thing is, if we just keep listening to the same thing in our mind and we hold, and we just, maybe it can become our own idea, and by the time it become a dogma. And then once it becomes so familiar, it is very difficult to break. So that's why every day you have, for a certain time period, every day, whenever you have opportunity, you have to look around. So that's why the beginning of the wisdom is listening. So whoever have the ears can hear, but listening is totally different. When you listen, you have to have the attention. Another thing is, behind that attention, you have to have the intention. So where the attention, so where the intention, there the attention, where the attention, there the energy flow. So when it comes to that intention, It can happen to us by habits and without any reason. And as it can happen as a kind of like a mental formations or the sanskara or the cankers. And it can happen because of the memory. So whatever the intention ignite because of the memory will take you to the same kind of pattern. So the attention going to be the same and your energy start to flow towards that. It's going to be the same and you're going to get the same kind of result. So by the time what happened, we are more comfortable getting the same kind of result again and again and again and again. And then we create a kind of like a very comfort zone in that environment. So just imagine you have an alarm and then every day you set up it for a certain time, and then by the time you are so comfortable with the alarm and you are so comfortable with the clock, and then you give up your deeper awareness and then you go to sleep because you are so comfortable with the alarm. So by the time one day you set up the alarm, go to sleep, but that day you didn't hear the alarm. You wake up so late, you look around, what happened? So then you recognize, oh, the clock doesn't work. And then in that very point, you have the disappointment, unhappiness, and maybe anger. Maybe rather than, this is the very important point, rather than becoming angry about the clock, most of time you become angry about you. Because why? Because you put the trust on the clock. So even the clock doesn't work. Now your own mind start to get mad, angry, disappointed about you. Because without trusting yourself, you put the trust on something. So this is a very simple example. You have to take it and you have to go deeper and apply it to your inner life. So the same thing happens with us. So whatever with the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, with the thought pattern, with the mind. So the same situations happens. When you have the trust on something, and deeply you lose your balance. So the meditation is a method. You start to look into you and recognize this pattern and understand how this happens. You are not doing anything. You are not trying to make anything kind of like a change. No, you just recognize this. But to recognize that, in the beginning, you have to have a very calm, relaxed, comfortable, free mind. Otherwise, how you can recognize anything? So now this is about you. This is what happening about inside you. It's nothing to do with outside things. Maybe you can observe, but when it comes to inside, observing the observer is not easy sometimes. So that's why you have to little by little, get into practice a little bit. So then always remember yourself. When your intention become the energy, and it is very difficult for you to change it. So then, before it becomes the energy, start to go into the beginning point, to the roots, and see. And be aware about the intention. Maybe the many intentions will come, but you are capable to recognize that. Once you recognize, once you become very clear, once you know that when the intention start to come, happens, before it go into the attention level, if it is profitable or unprofitable, and then you are seeing itself, recognizing itself, will bring the solution to you. So then after that, it becomes the attention, and wherever the attention goes, then the energy will flow, and that energy may come in different ways. So when you look into the deeper, into the very root level, you may not going to see in the beginning anything, and it's just only the darkness. But the darkness is not a kind of like a bad thing. That's why you have to wait. You have to learn to wait. Because in the beginning, when you look, you may not going to see the light. Like early in the morning, like the 4 a.m., like a 5 a.m., when you start to look, sunrise, you're not going to see the sun. It's dark. But little by little, you start to see how the sun going to rise. So that darkness create a beauty. That darkness show you the direction. So here deeply, when you look into you in the very beginning, you're not going to see the light. You're not going to get into the clarity. You are not going to understand what is happening. So because of that, in the beginning, when you look, when you don't see, when you see the darkness, when you see the unbalance, when you see the unclarity within yourself, when you see the busy mind, what happened to most of us? We become disappointed because of that unbalance that we experience. The darkness we see. And then maybe one day you try, 2 days you try, 3 days you try, and then you give up sometimes. Now it becomes a struggle to you. But practicing meditation is a totally different way. So when you see another thing is that what happened when the deeply that now you have the intention to see something, see the light, but there is a darkness, you want to see the light. There is unclarity, but you want to see the clarity. You want to get the clarity. And there is unbalance, you are struggling to find the balance. And there is a busyness, you try to find the calmness. In that very moment, what happens? You get disappointed maybe. And then you have to remember that your intention start to create something, and you start to look for something. That from here, when you look for something, that itself, the reason for the unbalance. So then it become a pattern again and again and again, the same thing experience. And by the time you give up. So then what you need to know. Another thing is the physical reaction. And when that kind of intention comes, that kind of attention flow towards something which is not that you experience. Now you have deeper intention and the mind start to project towards something. And then what will happen as a result, your body start to get tight. Because the energy, that unbalance, that start to react, and now you can feel it in different place. And then physically you feel so uncomfortable. So now see that the mentally you are unbalanced, and the physically also you have the pain and disappointment and kind of like unpleasant feelings. And it makes kind of like a very difficult for you to practice. So what you need to do then? So the very first thing, when you see the darkness, learn to appreciate it. And learn to wait for that. Just be friendly with it. Because underneath that darkness, there is a light. That's the thing. And you should know that whatever the darkness, it is not permanent even. It's okay. You accept it. You open to it rather than closing. So unbalance, accept it. Be open to that unbalance. Because that unbalance helps you to find the balance. That experience of unbalance will teach you how to balance, where to get the balance, how to get the balance. So appreciate it. And the busyness, when the mind go here and there, just look it and enjoy it and see. This craziness, when the thoughts go, one kind of thought comes, different thought. So it's a kind of like, no any pattern. You have no idea from where these thoughts come. Just observe it and just see that the very nature, that unpattern, the behavior of the thoughts. Because once you understand that, it gives you an idea about the very calm mind. Because if you don't know the very busy mind, you have no idea what is the calmness. So then that whatever the busyness experience you within yourself will guide you to understand what is calmness. So then you can't go against the busyness that you experience. Appreciate it. So once you are capable to get that, what happened? Now you are so comfortable, and it is okay for you that even though that it is so dark, it's okay for you. And if the mind is so busy, it is okay for you. You settle down with it. And unbalanced, it is okay for you. You are not struggling. You are not projecting towards something. So now completely the flow of energy start to change. Because now intention deeply is settled down. So now your intention is not to struggle and calm down. And accept it. Another thing, you open to it. In that very moment, what happened? The attention start to be within that very moment, not go towards something. Because that now intention settle down, and then attention, because the attention listen to the intention. And then the energy, flow of the energy in your body, listen to the attention. Not for the thought. It doesn't for, listen to thoughts. No. It listen to the attention. So then now attention is here, and then all the energy start to not try to push you or pull you from the moment. and it start to settle down. So as a result of that, so it's a mental. Now, once it transforms to energy, it becomes physical. So once it becomes physical, now the experience of your physical going to change. In the beginning, your body was so kind of like uncomfortable, and the pain, and it's kind of like you don't want to sit. It's like you open your eyes, you look here and there and turn to this side, to that side. So always it's kind of like you think, oh, this is not the way, this is not the way. You always try to correct yourself. So, but now your body start to settle down. And then again, it will help again for you to experience it. And now you know, oh, this work. And then again and again and again and again, you are capable to keep rotating this. And this is start to work together. And as a result, by the time your body, your mind, and your breathing settle down as one. So then now the mind become more sharp, and then now mind, your awareness, now you know yourself. It's nothing that you can gain by struggling. So that is a wisdom that you gain. So you experience it, and then when it comes to this outside world, so naturally that you transform. It's not a kind of like a transformation that you're going to behave according to place. Now it become you. It's naturally come from you. So that is what the Dharma, because what you hold into, it's called the Dharma. So now it becomes the Dharma. So that's how this work. So then when you practice, always look into the deeper intention. And then if there is something beyond the moment, beyond the practice, and just try to withdraw from it and settle down and accept. Be with that, whatever in the moment you experience, be with it knowingly. That moment is not permanent. And beyond that moment, that the always you're going to have something more higher. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left, and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chamni sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam paribunjisami Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.